Welcome to Brampton Focus. On September the 18th, which is a Friday, there was an all-candidates meeting, and it really is Battleground Ontario, and it's taking place in Brampton. I'm joined by two people who are members of the Brampton Focus Executive. I'm joined by Mr. Don McLeod and Mr. Fazil Khan. Gentlemen, thank you very much for being here today. We're just going to talk a little bit about what's going to occur during the debate and learn a little bit more about what Brampton Focus is all about. Don, how did Brampton Focus start? I mean, this is a grassroots thing. It's something that started self-funded. It's a situation where people from the community were concerned. How did you get involved in Brampton Focus?
Brampton Focus started 2014 after the last municipal election. All our directors are basically past candidates, municipal candidates, that even though we weren't elected, we decided to maintain a social consciousness in helping the community during with political and social events and so on and so forth in the community. We still wanted to keep very much involved in Brampton and what was going on in Brampton. So we decided to form this group, call it Brampton Focus, focusing on things that are going on in Brampton politically and socially. And as a grassroots organization, we derive a lot of satisfaction from getting people to help us during all these community events. We just had a softball tournament that raised funds, over $13,000 for the Peel Memorial. Wow. So we've just started. It's basically a new group. We're gaining traction. We decided to foray into the political debate in the federal level because we figured that basically no one else was doing it, and we decided to take the lead and inform people of what their candidates that want to represent us in Ottawa are going to bring to the table.
Quite a compliment, Fazil, for a group that's put together, a community organized group, self-funded. There must have been a heck of a challenge to get all these candidates in one place, kind of like herding cats, if you wish. How difficult was it to get all the candidates to commit and to participate with this debate?
Well, it was a challenge. When we started planning it, I personally thought that attracting the candidates would be the easy part and engaging the community would be a little more challenging. It's turned out to be the exact opposite. The community is thirsty for these kinds of opportunities to hear what our elected officials have to say. Whereas the candidates, unfortunately, out of the 20 that are running for the 5 seats in Brampton, 13 have confirmed. It's disappointing right now that the 7 haven't gotten back to us to confirm yet, but we're still hoping. They have an opportunity. We'll have the seats laid out, and the community will see who's willing to speak to them. So if they're watching, I encourage them to get back to us as soon as possible. 2015
is a pivotal election. Stats are telling us that the election is very, very close. Don, how important do you feel that this all candidates debate, particularly with Brampton Focus being the focus of it, is going to be to the constituents to find out what their potentially elected officials are going to do if they're sent to Ottawa?
Well, I think it's terribly important. I mean, this is going to be a very close election. I think this is probably one of the tightest elections in the last 12 years in the federal running. I think it's important for the candidates to understand that there is a lot on the ground that they need to understand. This is an opportunity, and the reason that we chose the venue that we did was because we can have public input. A lot of the debates that are put on by other people are closed sets. They only have the moderators in the panels. There is no public participation.
Right.
Our venue, the way we are doing it, we have up to 180 people that are actually coming in from different ridings, north, south, east, west, the center, and they'll be able to see who is actually passionate enough to be able to represent them in Ottawa, and who's willing to actually come to this debate, take questions from the audience. We will be asking questions from the audience. They can ask at certain point in times by writing down the question when they come in.
And an esteemed panel too, asking questions.
Yes, absolutely. We have a panel, Rick Drennan, who is the editor of the Brampton Guardian, Mississauga Times, and Business Times. We have Sophia Brown Ramsey, who is the managing director of BCAN, which is the Black Community Action Network. We have Spider Jones. Spider Jones, he's got a biography a mile long, so I'm not
CFRB, he's a public speaker, etc.
Three-time Gold Glove champion. He's a well-known figure in the community. And we also have Badar Shamir, who's incoming president of the Brampton Board of Trade. So we have a panel of people that know what kind of questions they're going to ask. These are not softball questions, but at the same time, they're questions that are relevant and people want to hear about. So I think we have, and as a moderator, we actually have someone who's a Gemini Award winner, which is basically yourself.
Yeah, well, that's not the point of this. The point is we want to encourage people to check this out. Fazil, give our folks at home, because we're going to solicit this through social media, how can they find out what's going on? How can they attend? And if they can attend, how can they, in post, be able to review the folks that are trying to take a seat?
Yeah, thanks, Michael. So everything you need to know is at bramptonfocus.ca. There's the event website that's linked there. So the event is on Friday, September 18th. Registration starts at 6:30 at the Cyril Clark Public Library Theatre, which is a great venue in Brampton.
Thank you very much. Fazil Khan, part of the executive, and Mr. Don McLeod. Thank you very much. Brampton Focus, we encourage you to check it out. If you can't be there in person, definitely check us out at bramptonfocus.ca. My name is Michael A. Charvon. Thanks for watching.